Okay, this is episode 2 of the Banner Saga, and we've got Ubin here who's about to meet the prince. Weariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Vognir's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. So, you can meet the prince or talk to my comrades. I'm going to be with the comrades anyway, so I think I'll go with the prince. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varro who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Ludin. Yes, you're with Vognir. I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Vognir a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. Ludin looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying ties to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? Just to introduce myself. You collect taxes for the Varl territories, a true pleasure. Yes. An awkwardness hangs in the air like a thick fog. You take the opportunity to depart. Oh, that was quick. Oh, and I can still talk to my buddies. Scrivener! You find Hakon in a mead house, surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon. Vognir's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ha! Humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a yox fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon let slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through Dredge at Vognir's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point, just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. I imagine it's time to go to the Great Hall. At dawn you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with the sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised, to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Vognir is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Mogir steps forward. Vognir's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. Oh, we're ready. You follow Mogir and join the others. And usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd. But there's nothing of the sort, just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Mogir, cracking open mead casks. From our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout camp. Let's toast to Vognir. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between man and Varl. The others join in. Ludin's expression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually you sit down beside Vognir. Thanks for the speech, slurs Vognir. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Mogir. I thought the damn governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried. Then he asked me to clean up his mess for your benefit, it turns out. I'd have given the job to you too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with Ludin? Hopefully the boy goes back to Arberag on his own, and I can take out some frustration on Dredge or something. Starting to sound like Hakon. You don't like the life of a diplomat. Haha! Don't you miss the fight, Ubin? You down your meat instead of replying. Vognir slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing Dredge, but pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be, warriors would follow you for what you'd done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm next in line? These lines are getting muddy, old Varl. They've always been muddy, Vognir. Vognir stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. You rise groggily, the campsite a casualty of merriment. Mogir is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Vognir. You're needed. Ah, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Vognir releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? Ha! We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on a map. Cool, this is the map of the world. You can explore it by dragging the mouse to pan and using the mouse wheel to zoom. Indeed we are. The location of your caravan is indicated here. That's pretty obvious. Oh my. The Wandering Road. At the end of the First Great War, the Varl had more to contend with than mankind to the south. Above the Bratabrek peaks, the lands crawled with furious, war-minded Dredge. The first Varl king, Einar, led the entire Varl race across the snowy fields of the Wandering Road, sweeping away Dredge as they went, before forming the first Varl kingdom at Einar Toft. Well, it looks like I could read this for hours. Look at this crazy map. I gotta read this later. All of it. That's a big map. There's a lot to look at. And we just left... where is it? We've come from Yeah, I'm trying to figure out exactly where we just came from, but I'm not seeing the name. Anyway, let's move on. We head north, then east past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand. Strand, that's a name I was trying to remember. Going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Luden. Why not take the ships to Skremirstead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skremirstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge prints, dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Luden exhales through the nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Wagner. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off too. Luden's got a shorter wick than Hakon. Thanks, Wagner. Let's get moving. Another half day to Verfell if we're lucky. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to get back on the road. Okay, so it says promote for him. I can promote him. I'm not quite sure how to promote. Well, rank 1 Warhawk. It says, oh, these are kills. Promote. When Ubin became the Varl King's tax collector, he was given an entourage of bodyguards to help transport gold collected across Hran? Gunnulf is the only one from the original group still alive, and for good reason. Oh, I see. Promotion. The greatest warriors in the battlefield are those who live past their first battles to start a journey down the path to legend. Higher stats or increase your item rank. Okay, continue. Yeah? Oh, 2 points available. I'm gonna figure out what each of these things does. This unit has points available to spend on improving stats. Activate one of the plus buttons above. Well, that's armor, I guess. Or armor breaking, or... This is armor. This is what you kind of want, right? Oh, the Tempest. Okay. Armor. And... I'm not quite sure what this means, but... It would be helpful if I knew what that is. But it's not going to tell me, so let's go with this. Nobody else can promote, so. Oop. And now how do we get out of here? Oh, damn it. Okay, anyway. Break is the amount of direct damage you can naturally do to an enemy's armor. Okay, that's fine. And I picked armor blocking damage, so I think I did well. Kills need to promote to the next rank. Got it. Nice. Oh, exit takes you to the previous screen. Cool. Cool. Okay, he's level 2. And roster, there's my roster. Nice. Sounds good. Okay. Okay, got it. Training, rest, and leave. I think it's time to leave, right? Cool.
Wedderfell. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Yeah, I was just trying to find Strand, where we started from. As we've been coming this way. There's Strand. Strand, as close as anything comes to a bastion of racial tolerance. Both men and Varl compete to scratch out a living in this, the biggest trade city along the west coast. Many people still believe the god Denglir still watches over it, granting good fortune. Okay. Good morale. Sounds good. Days of supplies, 65 days of supplies. By Haderborg, that's a lot of Varro for some missing cattle. What? Couple days back sent word to Strand about the cattle, didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know, my boy's seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Scalfings out here maybe. Could they have Varro working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camp set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of Varl, are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up! Hear that? Where's Luden? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Hakon takes off at a run. Oh dear. What's he doing now? That sounds like a bad idea. Looks like we're still on the tutorial here. Spearmen can attack diagonally up to 2 tiles away. Click the top right banner to compare your stats with the enemy's. Click the top right banner. Up here? Oh. That's not good. Now click the enemy to target. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher, there's a 10% chance the attack will be deflected. Notice the chance to hit shown above the attack button. Attack this enemy's strength, 50%. Deflected attacks do no damage. From here on out, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor is equally important. Oh boy. That's not good. Okay, here we go to take out these dredge. Ooh, he hits really, really hard. We gotta take down this beastly guy first, I think. Down to 3 health. That's not good. Oh, he's almost dead. Oh, he's out. He's out. He's out. Okay. Gonna be a close one here. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. We're gonna be okay here, though. The foes lying dead at your feet. Something, something. Defeat an enemy with a War Master. Defeat an enemy with a Shield Master. Promotion. Malgeir is ready for promotion. Gunoff has been injured in battle. You trying to get yourself killed, Luton. What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. You've never seen a dredge before, boy. What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hakon goes to where Vognir lies face down. The future Varl king lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Vognir's dead. Wow, I didn't actually think that he would die. Chapter 2, Cut with Keen-Edged Sword. Where did that come from? Shh, stay close. I think it saw us. Oh, another fight coming up. Deployment happens before battle. Click your units to deploy them within the blue squares. Click ready to start the battle. Careful, don't get too close. Looks like we're gonna wait. We can't hit him from here. Or can she? I don't know. I don't think so. Well, that was good. That wasn't good. Okay, here's Rook now. The Scourge uses this weapon to summon an ally to the battlefield. Okay, she's down to 3 health. Rook needs to start doing something. Ooh, 6 damage. Very nice. And a bonus, and he's dead. Okay, this seems like a good place to stop and pick it up in the next one.